Well, this is it. This is the big one.
Way, is it that time already? You know, literally any day of the week. Oh, it comes so fast. Anyway, just because you've started off on such a high note, I'm going to do you a solid and fix that god-awful hiss. That is a thing I am definitely doing for you, and not because it's already driving me insane. You're welcome, and I expect some of that champagne in return.
You're going to celebrate. Pop the champagne. Woo! Yeah. Today's the day.
Oh, we aren't just having a drink because it's a day of the week starting with a letter. We are actually celebrating something awesome. Always good to have an excuse to justify my problems. I mean, to do something nice.
The video to end all videos of Flat Earth.
Oh man, you're going to kill off the Flat Earth videos? No, I won't let you. That crap is the funniest stuff ever. I'll stop you after we've had this nice drink. Where's mine, by the way? You only have one glass for some reason. I'm confused. What, are we sharing? Because I do tend to spit in all my glasses out of spite.
Look, gotta get the cork back in. Oh, leave that then.
Rude! Not even going to ask if I want one. And why would you even try to close a bottle? That don't make no sense. You open a bottle, you drink a bottle, and then another one to make sure. Sure of what? You know, sure. Anyway, if he's not going to offer, then I'm a just yoink! Ha ha! It's all mine now, fool!
Flat Earthers
are all really silly. I'll drink to that, and any other sets of words. Do you get it yet? The joke is that I drink too much.
We've done it. The whole concept of Flat Earth
is boobs? Well, I gotta say, I like it more than any argument that I have heard in regards to the Flat Earth. Boobs are great. Big ones, small ones, medium ones, my ones, all great. 10 out of 10, would boobs again. Sorry, what were we talking about?
They can't debunk it. That's the way it works.
Now, by they can't debunk it, it's the way it works. Do you actually mean there's nothing here to debunk? Because I am, in the scientific sense, not even wrong. That is to say, so off the mark that you haven't misunderstood anything or done some bad maths. It's that this comes from absolutely nowhere for no real reason.
All the celestial bodies are in there. There's different elevations. And there's the split there. It's exactly the same arch, all reflected onto the southern sky dome.
Wow, okay, that was a lot. Give me a second. Right, so the celestial bodies are above us in some kind of layered funnel, and the stars we see are reflected off of a big old dome. That's, interesting. I'm assuming this is an attempt to explain why the stars rotating around us appear as though we are surrounded at all sides, as if we are on some kind of sphere-type object in the middle of a bunch of stars. That would be a very simple and obvious explanation, but I guess this nonsensical funnel multi-dome hypothesis with absolutely no evidence backing it up is just as likely.
First kingdom, second kingdom in ancient Egypt.
What? What are you even trying to say here? First off, first kingdom, second kingdom, that's not a thing. It's Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom and New Kingdom that were significant stretches of time. Second, if that's supposed to be entirely different places, no, the Egyptian Empire expanded from one to the next, but didn't really move significant distances. It was still in Egypt. And third,
first kingdom, second kingdom in ancient Egypt, southern sky dome.
The southern sky dome? What? Egypt is in the northern hemisphere. Everything you said is wrong and is making me unreasonably upset. And your champagne has run out for some reason. Useless.
And I'll go as far as saying that this is a dome.
And I'll go as far as saying that you are a dome. A dome mass. Because it sounds a bit like dumb. What do you want from me? Good jokes? You obviously haven't been here that long, have you? But Christ, this guy's not exactly the smart now, is he?
And it's made of blue glass, obsidian and gold.
Okay, wow, that's actually some progress. I don't think I've ever heard a Flurf actually claim a material that it's structured out of other than magic flying sky oceans. So that's something. Wonder if he will tell us how he knows what this thing, that definitely is doing a reel, is made of those materials. I bet it will be something really compelling.
Monoatomic gold. You want to look into that?
Not really. I'd rather look into what the medical name for body parts is. Did you know that the medical name for an arse crack is intergluteal cleft? Somehow that seems less scientific than bum slice.
Obsidian. Why I think it's obsidian. I think it's dark, black.
Oh, you think it's obsidian? You think? Well, you know what I think? That it's not a funking dome. Because it doesn't need to be, and that as an explanation to support the flat earth is completely unsupported by anything other than really, really, really wanting the earth to be flat. And I think that because the earth is demonstrably a globe without the need for ridiculous explanations for how it and the universe function. I think your introductory celebration of this undebunkable fact was just a mite premature, mate.
Because I associate it with the iris.
Dude, this is riveting, but stop playing with your goddamn phone and get to the fug-guggling point before I throw you at the dome and you get to see how wrong you are before dying in the uncaring void of space. Sorry, that was a bit harsh, but it's just bleeding rude. Put your bloody phone away.
The human iris. You know what that does?
Yeah, of course I do. I have those there eye thingies under this helmet, obviously, and not a black smog of horrifying terror. Those are for, that's where the humans shoot their lasers from, right? No, that's stupid. That's like science fiction. Oh yeah, I remember now. They fire the eyeballs from their skulls as a reflective attack to ward off predators. I told you, me am the humans, and know many humans on the life of real.
That's why I say that's black. Maybe it's working opposite to what the iris is doing, but that's it.
Oh, come on, man. Are you serious? I'm assuming you mean night sky is black because of eyes, or vice versa. I mean, they have some connection, I'm sure, but at the end of the day, the human eyes evolved under a sky that spends a good 50% of its time, give or take, as very, very dark. So that's got to have some impact on something, but that they were specifically made for each other? Really? I would love to know what the obsidian content of the eyeballs is. I suspect it's probably, I don't know, 0.
So we have the sun up here, we have the moon down here, or the close, but different elevations.
The sun and the moon are on elevations, not like distances away and in particular orbits. Okay, fine. How close? How do you know? Not that I expect you to give a coherent answer from this or any other flat earther, to be honest, but you gotta ask anyway. Give them a chance to prove themselves. Completely wrong.
All the celestial bodies, all in there, all reflect out here.
So I do want to make sure I am getting this straight. Do we see the centre funnel? Is that like one side of the night sky? And if so, why isn't the night sky symmetrical, or at least parts of it, I guess? And if that's not what you mean, and the funnel is indeed not visible to humans, A, how do you know it's there? Like, what evidence do you have that can prove, or hell, even that simply infers its existence? And B, if they are reflections, shouldn't there be like some light distortions that indicate a dome and that might also help prove A? All these questions and more not answered by this drunk. No, not this drunk. I mean that drunk.
So I'm thinking...
Citation needed. I'm going to need some pretty impressive and conclusive evidence to prove that you have actually thought about any of this at all, mate.
we get... Back there.
Could you not have either printed these out or at least prepared some bookmarks or something, mate? I mean, this is supposed to be the giant, amazing, irrefutable, undebunkable superproof that will make the flat earth fact obvious to everybody ever. But you didn't even bother to have some basic stuff ready before even putting this out and cracking open the champagne. Do you think that that's what those proper scientist guys do when they make a presentation about an important discovery to the world? No, of course not. While I'm sure there will be some oversights, in general, they will have tried to make sure that they are ready for every eventuality, even having stuff prepared for questions and the like. I seriously doubt you will be ready for even the most basic of scrutiny.
Where are we?
I would make a joke about senility, but I don't know where I am either. And are you my grandson?
We get a picture of Polaris night sky in the southern. Maybe overlay them and see if they match, partially match.
Are you taking the piss? See, it's almost like you had this super vague idea for a flat earth proof and then didn't bother yourself to actually try some of the things that might be helpful in supporting your claim, and instead immediately chucked this frankly absurd idea onto the internet. Man, the sheer bewildering arrogance of it really does take me aback. I mean, you said
they can't debunk it,
but have actually done zero legwork, so you don't even know what it is you think they can't debunk.
This is where my overlay theory comes into it, the Egyptian overlay. You get one set, reflect overlay to this to give this other picture. There's more in here than here, so there'll be one picture for there, there'll be overlay creating the night sky.
I think this is as good a time as any to bring up this comment that you made on your own video here. Cool, blimey, Sheilas and Bruces. I actually screwed this up a bit. A rush job because my video only does 27 minutes. I always feel I have to rush it so people with no idea will go away with no idea, lol. The rest of us though are more the wiser. Barbecues, Castlemaine 4X, kangaroos, etc. Now first off, what do you mean he didn't say half of that? That was a perfect impression of this guy and what he said, and I do not know what you are talking about. Secondly, dude, just because what you have said is largely incomprehensible gibberish doesn't actually make it deep and meaningful. It makes it, that's right, incomprehensible gibberish. And if your whole intention is to send people who don't understand away still not understanding your truth, then I have to question if you even believe its validity. A more confident person might do everything in their power to make sure everyone got what they were saying, and it's very telling that you don't.
The spiral reflects all the night sky. I've shown how the sun works, the magnetic fields, the electrons up to the sun.
Oh, and there I was thinking it was some kind of big light emitting ball a bunch of miles away that we can test and make measurements of, etc. Turns out that it's electrons being fired up the side of a big upside down bowl. Pah! Stupid me!
Pulsating the earth. Pulsating the earth. Back to the sun. Or wherever the sun is on this level here. It's not out there. It's in here, beyond in this half. But this is whatever's happening in here is reflected there. This is why you see the moon this way, and you'll see it over there on that side. Reflections.
What? Really? It's reflected on both sides? Are you serious? Are you that deluded? I want to see your picture of these apparent two moons then. And if that's not what you mean, then you are right about people going away not understanding, because this is all so poorly communicated. I would be amazed if even people who are supposed to understand this, aka the super smart flat earthers, if they come away with the ideas that you are actually trying to communicate. My betting is that they don't.
Got that? It's the magnetic field coming out of Earth, called Abydos, or Hades, underworld down here, with the cycles of time, the celestial, the precessions of the equinoxes come up, rise down, the spirals up, spirals down.
Spiraling down, like my sanity after listening to that. It unwinds and all you are left with is a gibbering, blubbering, incoherent mess of a being. Oh, so that's where flat earthers come from. Why, hello there, you terrible people, the best kind of people. It's me, Sir Sick. Could you not tell? I just wanted to remind you all to subscribe, push the bell icon, and to check out my various social media things for other equally pointless content. And more importantly, to make sure that you know when a video comes out. Recently, it seems YouTube doesn't want you to know because I am so handsome, famous, and good at the sex, and they are jealous, obviously. It really helps me out if you do, and apparently, if you are notification belled up, they have reset it or something, so check them settings to make sure you're getting what you're supposed to. Hopefully, we can get my numbers back up, because my self-worth is directly related to how many internet people show up on my videos. I'm sure that's completely healthy, right? Also, don't forget to panic buy Sick Brand merch, and don't forget to panic crowd support the channel. Thanks very much.